Mexican-style wrestling with dancing and masks has been delighting people for decades, and now Lucha Libre events are becoming more common here in the Bay Area. Crown 4's Jack Mulmud has more on Lucha Libre's journey all the way from Mexico City.
You immediately recognize it. And while Lucha Libre events just like this one in San Francisco happen all the time, that wasn't always the case.
Started doing shows. This is like 2003. Then one day, my uncle, his dad, was like yelling at the TV, cussing in Spanish. I'm like, what's he doing? So I go and peek, and he's watching Mexican wrestling, Lucha Libre. So ever since then, I was drawn to that.
San Jose local Jesus Cruz got straight to work.
Put out some flyers, put out an ad in the magazine that says, hey, if you ever wrestled in Mexico before, if you do Lucha Libre, call me.
Hundreds of thousands of Mexicans already living in the Bay Area in the early 2000s. Many of them wrestled back in Mexico.
And I got up to like 50 phone calls out of a magazine ad that I put out, and people would be like, hey, I used to wrestle in Guadalajara, I used to wrestle in Pachuca, I used to wrestle in Mexico City.
It wasn't just an opportunity to wrestle, it was a way to feel more at home.
A lot of immigrants, they come here for a better opportunity, for better work, to chase the American dream.
The crowds grew from 50 to 500. Jesus still works with a squad today in South Central San Jose. They're as lively as ever.
Duro, duro. Oh, that's very good.
These guys here train multiple times a week. Many of them have day jobs, which can get taken away with just one bad slam.
In wrestling, like, you can get hurt, you can get injured, and if you get injured, then now you can't work.
Pues básicamente quien me ayudó.
Rockero Diablo's been a wrestler for more than 30 years. He was even on television back in Mexico and wrestled people from all over the world.
Con gusto puedo traer uno o dos alumnos conmigo.
He feels fulfilled working in Mexico and now in the U.S. and now teaching new generations of luchadors in San Jose.
I was sleeping in bathrooms at shopping plazas just because I didn't want to give up on my dream and keep wrestling.
Arcade is from Gilroy, and this is all he ever wanted to do.
There's a lot of times while I'm getting ready, I'm nervous. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But as soon as I put the mask on, I hear my music hit, I'm in the zone.
The sport is now inspiring Bay Area locals to embrace traditional Mexican wrestling.
I've fought against the mask for a while just because it felt like anybody and everybody who was Latino, they threw a mask on. But over time, I kind of got out of my own way and I started researching more into the culture. 2 shows later, I got little kids coming up to me giving me like fan art drawn of me, and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm onto something here. I get it now. I understand.
Even getting his own brother in the ring and winning tag team matches.
Your dreams are possible. Anything you want to do, don't let anybody tell you you can't. Just keep pushing forward and do it.
They do it for the fans and for their passion. All of the pain, they repeatedly say, is worth it.
Before, like I said, there was only us, and now there's a Lucha Libre show every weekend.
Mexican culture, now 20 years since Lucha Libre was brought here, is that much more vibrant in the Bay.
You kind of just do things just because you love to do them, and then you don't realize, sometimes you don't realize the effect it has.
That effect, inspiring more every day.
I believe Lucha Libre in the Bay Area is going to continue to grow and grow. There's going to be promotions that'll start, promotions that'll fail, but there's always going to be the need for it.
Jack Mulmud, Crown 4 News.